before I start my makeup, I'm gonna show you guys how I do my eyebrows. So to do my eyebrows, I'm gonna use Annabelle brow pencil in the shade brown, and the number is 72. I really like this brow pencil, and today with this brow pencil I'm gonna show you how I give my eyebrows a very precise and sharper look, and let's go and see. Now with a simple eyebrow brush, I'm gonna blend in the eyebrow pencil color in my eyebrows so that the colors go blended in all the eyebrow hair and the area I want to give the shape very smoothly and finely. Beside this brush, you can also use a baby toothbrush. I used to use the baby toothbrush a lot. This brush blends out very nicely and evenly as well, but you can, if you don't have this brush in your hand, give a try to your baby's toothbrush, the smallest one, and you will see it works wonders. So now I'm gonna show you guys another trick that I do when I'm doing my eyebrows. I take an angled brush, and with this angled brush what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my Morphe eyeshadow palette, and in this eyeshadow palette I'm gonna choose the matte black eyeshadow. So make sure that you're taking the matte black eyeshadow. With this eyeshadow I'm gonna give my eyebrows a more precise look, shape out it more finely, blend out the black color more on my eyebrows so that it blends in well with my makeup afterwards and gives my eyebrow shape a more nice look. Now I'm gonna, to clear out my eyebrows more evenly, I'm gonna take a small dense brush. So the brush is from Stella. I remember I bought it from Winners, I believe. So with the small brush I'm gonna take my Revlon Color Stay Concealer. So my shade number is 015 light pale. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take little bits of the concealer on my brush, and I'm going to even out my whole shape of the eyebrows with it, clear up the areas where I have did some odds on my eyebrows, so that way my eyebrows goes into more finer look. Now you guys can see my whole eyebrow area is much more cleaner and the shape is much more visible and evened out. Now I'm gonna take a small powder brush, and I recently got the banana loose powder from W7 brand, and I got it from Winners. I remember the price was about $6 to $7, not that bad, but this banana loose powder is really good, really good to set out your face, to set out your makeup. So I'm gonna use it now to set out my eyebrows. Okay, so now to lock out my eyebrows, I'm gonna use NYX Proof It Eyebrow Primer. Well, it might sound a bit different to you guys why I'm using the primer right now, but this primer really locks my eyebrows in place until I go to remove it at night, and my eyebrow stays exactly the same the way I'm making it right now. So before going to start my full face makeup, I'm gonna use my E.l.f. Beauty Shield Spray Mist. I used this on my previous videos as well. You guys have seen it, I believe. And this Beauty Shield Spray Mist is actually what it claims to help is to stop oxidizing your makeup, and well, it helped on my skin, so far I'm loving it, and it hasn't let my makeup oxidize after a long wear. So I'm gonna spray it all over my face and let it get soaked in my skin for a while. For primer, today I'm using L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Primer. This primer gives your face a matte feeling, and this primer I'm gonna take a little bit of on my fingertips, very little, because for my skin I don't need a lot of primers. So I'm gonna apply it on my T-zones of my face, because I have pores on both of my cheeks, and a little bit of on my forehead, and a tiny bit on my chin area, and I'm going to blend it out evenly with my hand on those areas, because I don't want to put this primer all over my face too much. It feels okay though, but I'm not a very big fan of matte primer, because my skin doesn't oil that much, so that's why I didn't use it too much. I just use it to fill out my pores evenly. So today for color correction, I'm going to use LA Girl Pro Conceal Color Correct in the shade Orange to get rid of the blemishness of my face. Now I'm taking e.l.f. foundation serum and taking it up tiny bit on my four zones of my area, and I'm going to blend this out with a wet sponge today, so that my whole color correction gets a cover of foundation on top of it and it will stay on the place. So for my second foundation today, I'm going to use my foundation from Morphe, and my shade number is F3.30 matte. I like this foundation because it gives a very heavy coverage, and you don't need a lot of it, just a tiny bit gives you a very full coverage. You can see, like, I just took one dab on the foundation with my wet sponge, and you can see how full coverage is giving all over my face. So you can see that I'm putting foundation on my lips as well. So as our lips are a bit darker, I prefer to put foundation on my lips as well. Not too much, just a light coverage, so that when I'm putting my lip liner on my lips and the lipstick on my lips, the exact color of my lipstick shows on my lips. Like without the foundation, I've seen that the true color of your lipstick doesn't show, because as we have blemishness on our lips, with the foundation layer your lipstick's true shade of color pops out. Now to give a bit of flash of light, you can say, or to bake the under eye area of my eyes, I'm gonna use the banana loose powder, and with my dry sponge I'm just going to tap it under my eyes, and so that when I'm going to do my eyeshadows, in the meantime my under eye areas will brighten up in the baking process. Now with the medium powder brush, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the loose powder again, and I'm going to put a certain amount under my eyes. Well, why I'm not using the sponge is because the sponge actually puts the powder more finely under your eyes, and I don't want too much powder, so I'm just gonna use the brush to put the powders under my eyes and on my chin, so that like it doesn't bake the areas too much, and I can just like brush it off away and it doesn't go too much bright. Today for my eyes, I'm gonna use my small MAC eyeshadow palette. From here, I'm gonna choose the dark brown and the golden color, and later on I'll switch to Morphe as well, as I'm gonna need some purple color to blend in the colors. So from the small MAC eyeshadow palette, I'm going to take the brown color first, do my transitional color, and then we'll move on to gradually to other colors. Now I'm gonna give a little bit of the purple color from the Morphe eyeshadow palette, and this way, like, though my today's look is brown and golden, but with purple mixed with brown, the inner corner of my eyes are going to get a more sharper look and more deeper look. So to do my half cut crease today, I'm going to use my Morphe concealer, and with this I'm going to clear out half of my eyelid area, so that the next bright colors, like the golden color I already said, and the next colors that I'm gonna try to blend in on my eyelids, puts more nicely on my eyelids, and it will pop out on the dark colors that I have used as the transitional color. So this way your half cut crease area looks more finer and more brighter, so your eyes look more bigger on your face and looks more nice. Now, as it is a bit heavy concealer, I'm gonna use my wet sponge to take out the excess off from my eyelids, because otherwise the blending in will not be nice and smooth. So I'm just using my wet sponge and I'm gonna dab it lightly on my eyelids to take off the excess concealer. Now I'm going to take my MAC small eyeshadow palette, and from that I'm going to use the golden color with a small angled brush. I really love this brush. I got it from Walmart as much as I remember. This is a very good dense angled brush, and it helps really to precisely put your eyeshadows on the corner of your eyes. So now from my Morphe eyeshadow palette, I'm going to choose the lighter shade of the yellow, and I'm going to use my fingertips this time, because when you're doing your half cut crease, you don't want to do any overdos because it gets very hard to blend in or fix it. So I'm gonna use my fingertips to put this light yellow color, so my half cut crease pops out more on my eyes and looks more bright. Now with the big fluffy brush, the baking that I was doing, well, the powders are not there too much, but still I'm gonna brush away the excess off from my face and blend off the rest of my face area. Today for my eyeliner, I'm using Kat Von D eyeliner. Now from my same MAC small eyeshadow palette, I'm going to take the brown color to give my eyes a smoky look. I'm going to smudge it out on the under eye area of my eyes with a small blending brush. So today for kajal, I'm using Candle Eyes to give a more darker look. I'm going to use this kajal in the inner side of my eyes. Now for mascara, I'm gonna use my all-time favorite Sephora mascara. This Sephora mascara really volumizing mascara, so you don't need a very lot of layers of it. A few layers does its job, and I'm gonna use my false eyelashes, but still with this mascara your eyelash looks more thicker and more dense. So now my eyes need a little bit of highlighting. So my all-time favorite highlighter palette, that's Morphe Baby in Paradise highlighter palette, and I'm gonna take a small brush and take a little bit of highlighter from my Fab palette and just put it on the brow line of my eyes to give my eyes a more defined look. Now with the highlighting brush, I'm going to take the same highlighter I used on my eyes to highlight my cheekbones and a corner of my face, and also my nose, a little bit of my chin. These highlighters are so pigmented that you don't need a lot. If you just take a small amount of the product and keep brushing it on, your face gets a natural glow and it looks really nice. as I am doing a nighttime makeup, to pop up my cheeks, I'm going to use some blush on my cheeks. And for blush, I'm using MAC blush, and the color is kind of like a peachy pink. So just I'm gonna use a fake smile on my face to pop up my cheeks, and so that I can just give a little bit of pink tint on my face. So for my lipstick today, I have chosen my MAC lipstick in the shade 122 So Me. And also I'm gonna use my lip liner from Annabelle, which is in the shade 75 Violet. As I did a smoky eye look, I don't want to make my lips look so bright, so just to give it a blended look with my face, I'm just gonna use these two shades so that my lips look more calm, more gradient, and my eyes look more smoky. So just to keep my lips a bit more moisturized and give it a bit shiny look, or you can say shiny touch, I'm gonna use my Sephora lip gloss today. So this is my final look, guys, and now I'm gonna go wear my sari and show you guys my full look.
This is my final look, guys, and I just used my setting spray. This is NYX matte finish. Just gonna wear my jewelry. So there you go, guys, my jewelry and everything. So this is my final look. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel, and if you like, please do comment on the comment box, and if you want to see any other eye color, please let me know.